more than 300 days in the space. Yes. After having more than 300 into the space, the people who are in the space, the three people, lost their hopes. They lost their hopes that they were going to leave. They lost their hopes they were going to come back to the earth. But God listened to them. They came with a new hope in the earth. The three space journeys of the people, of that three people, became a wonderful journey of their lives. And at last, they stepped in the earth. So, to know about more about these three people, you have to watch this. My life, at least at the beginning, followed a very traditional path. I studied at Princeton, and when I graduated, I went on to work as an investment banker. Later, I became a consultant in Silicon Valley. As I moved through this very academic analytical world, I always had a fascination with the big question in life. I used to ponder the universe and our existence. I would spend time really considering, does all of this really matter? Is there meaning to life? We have all heard the story of a person who saw their life flash before their eyes, or knew a loved one had been in a terrible accident before the call came. Those anecdotes are easy to dismiss because they are just one person's experience. But as my interest in the unexplainable grew, I started to see threads. Experts who weren't working together were finding the same result, that things science could not be possibly explained, like near death experiences or psychic phenomena, were happening. I looked at documents from a CIA program where people were asked to send their thoughts, using their minds to others. The program concluded that there was a statistically significant success in doing this. I read multiple accounts of near-death experience where a blind person was able to see or a weak person was able to hear. I reviewed stories of children who recall past lives and could even speak languages that they have never been taught, at least in this lifetime. As I went to the primary sources and interviewed scientists, I feel like I had opened Pandora's box. I had always felt and been taught that science led us away from the paranormal. Now that belief was turned on its head. I became convinced that the science was showing us there is something bigger that can be explained by our current scientific understanding of the universe. Mainstream science right now teaches us the conscious stems from the brain, that their biological physical basis for who we are, what we experience, but that can't explain psychic phenomena and other mysteries. I was shocked to learn there are real academic institutions looking at this problem. The University of Virginia's Division of Perceptual Studies, for example, is devoted to the investigation of phenomena that challenge mainstream scientific paradigms regarding the nature of human consciousness. I have to come to believe in non-local consciousness or consciousness that originates outside our physical bodies. It's really difficult for the mainstream scientific paradigm to shift. We have seen this in the history, whether it was debunking the idea that the earth was flat, embracing the theory of relativity. The more I learn, the less I feel that I know. But one thing I feel certain about this is that there's more for science to discover.